20 to 25-minute videos, just short bite-sized practices for when you don't have much time but you really need a quick fix on the yoga mat. So today is going to be a shoulder focus, opening up the shoulders, opening up the lungs, connecting to breath, which is particularly good if you've been stuck in this kind of position for too long and you just want to get opened up, get some breath in the body. Prop-wise, it would be good to have a strap handy, a yoga strap or a belt or a scarf, and also a blanket that we're rolling up. So the blanket is rolled up like a sausage, and that's just going to go under the shoulder blades. So when you're lying on your back, it will be something like this. And might look like it's quite a low prop, not very much going on, but really it's very effective. So when you lie back and you open out the arms, it's just under the underarm flesh. Because a lot of us have got some compression in the lower back and in the neck. It's a good way to begin by lifting the pelvis and just lengthening the tailbone forwards. And then lowering back down. And then reaching back for your head. Pick it up. Pull it like you're stretching your neck, which is actually what you are doing. Head back down. Arms open, palms to ceiling. And let those hip width feet be rooted into your mat. And rest your knees against each other. So give yourself time just to transition from what you've been doing to being right here, right now. If you close your eyes, I find that's a quick way to connecting to the inner landscape, to just letting the day fade away. You can start to notice the breath. Either keeping the arms as they are, or reaching up, clasping your elbows. Or you might want to rest your hands on your belly. If you're doing that, keep the fingers spread wide, keep the touch light. And feel that gentle rise and fall of your belly. Make sure the hinge of the jaw feels relaxed, the space between the upper and lower back teeth. And then come and roll over to one side and just take your time to press up to a seated position. So you can move aside your blanket, you fold it up. And let's move on to hands and knees. So coming to sit on the toes. You've got the knees together, big toes together. If you reach back and separate every toe, you can feel the base of each toe connecting with the mat. I know this might feel quite strong if you're not used to it. So you could modify slightly by leaning forwards or taking a block, if you've got a block or your blanket or cushion between your buttocks and your heels. Bring your fingertips onto your shoulders. Inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, circle back and down. So we'll do a couple of those. And then change direction, elbows back and up, forwards and down. And then give your arms a little bit of a shake out. Place your palms under your shoulders. Take your knees press your chest through your arms, look up at the ceiling. And exhale as you round your back, pull your shoulders to your ears, tuck in your chin. Couple more times, inhale, arch. Exhale and round. Inhale, arch. And then relax the spine. And take your left arm. So you inhale, float the fingertips up to your ceiling. And then as you exhale, threading it under your right arm, coming all the way down onto your left shoulder. So the back of your left hand is on the mat, left ear is on the mat. And then you can either walk your right hand out in front of you, pressing both hands into the mat, or take this right arm up behind you and pop a couple of fingers into the left waistband, back left waistband of your clothing. And then slowly make your way back to all fours and over to the right side now. Inhale, sweep the right arm out and up. Exhale, thread that arm under your left armpit. Come down onto your right ear. Left hand is either forwards or we take it up behind us. And a couple of fingers into the back right waistband. So when you pull on the material, you feel that shoulder being gently pulled away from the ear. Slowly, slowly release left arm back under the shoulder, right palm under the shoulder. Then we'll find our way into downward dog. Lift the knees, press back through the heels, and just start to pedal the feet out a bit. On an inhalation, raise your right leg, take a big stretch up and back through the toes. Exhale, bend the leg, open the hip. Lift your knee up, press the shin back. So if you look under your left armpit, you might see your right toes there. And then square the hip, straight leg, inhale. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Bring your hands to your hips. So we're halfway to this high lunge. Just realigning the pelvis. Give the left hip a little press forward. Right hip back. Draw it back. Inhale, float the arms high. Exhale, bend the arms, clasp your elbows and squeeze them towards each other as you lift them up and pull them back. And take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, come into warrior two. Open your back foot, your hips, your arms. So when we look down at the right foot, you see your big toe and second toe inside the knee. Keep your gaze there while you put one hand on your belly, left hand on your belly, right palm on the tailbone. Press the tailbone hand in and down. Lift the belly hand in and up. Back toes are turned in just a little. And then float the arms wide. Inhale, coming into eagle arms as you exhale. Right elbow under the left. So you can either have your hands on your shoulders as you squeeze the elbows towards each other. Or you can pick up the hands, clasp your left thumb with your right fingers and lean back as though there's a wall behind you. You want the right shoulder blades making contact. Inhale back to warrior two, back to your open arms. Exhale into a lunge twist. Back heel comes up. Hips are squared. Left palm grounds. Float the right fingers high as you inhale. And exhale, right palm comes down. Step to plank. Shoulders are hovering above the wrists, heels over the toes. And exhale, down to your knees. Bend your arms, come down to your belly. and lie flat. Let's move into Sphinx before we get into the left side of that sequence. So the forearms are grounded, you've got the elbows just ahead of the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Tuck your toes and walk each hip bone back a little, and then repoint the toes. Press your little toenails into the mat and lift the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Place the palms under the shoulders, press up to all fours or into a plank. Come back into down dog. Raise the left leg as you inhale, big stretch. Exhale as you bend the leg. Lift your knee up, press your shin back. And you can look under your right shoulder. Maybe you can see the toes there. Square the hip, straight leg. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot, press down through the feet. Hands on hips, halfway to that high lunge. Right hip moves forward, left hip back. Feel the tailbone anchored down, crown of the head lifts up and back. Inhale, float the arms overhead. Exhale, clasp the elbows and give them a little squeeze as you lift them up to the ceiling and then pull them back. Deep breath in and out with a sigh. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale into warrior two, so we're turning in and turning down the back heel. As you bend this front leg, look down, see your left big toe and second toe inside the knee, and do that same thing with the hands. Just because we have this tendency to be a little bit tight in the hips, we stick the tailbone out, we drop the shoulders down. So if you use your hands to reverse that, press the tailbone down, belly hand lifts in and up, probably feel a bit more of a opening around the hip flexors too. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, it's eagle arms. I'm going to turn so I can see you. Left elbow under the right, and it's either hands on shoulders or hold your right thumb. Try and keep the elbows about chin height. Sometimes they want to drop down a bit. So chin height, shoulders back. Deep breath in. And exhale. Big sigh. Inhale back to your open arms and then into your simple twist. Back heel comes up, right palm grounds, left fingers reach high. So find your downward dog from here, ground your left palm, step the left foot back, so I'll turn again, so we're all on the same side. Now this time we're coming into a puppy, come onto the knees, we've got the knees hip width, hips are stacking the knees, walk your hands forward and then ground down your forearms and your forehead or your nose, or you can be on one cheek for 2 or 3 breaths and then the other cheek. And then lift the chest slowly, slowly. Walk the hands back. Tuck the toes. Come back to down dog. Make sure your strap is close by. Inhale, raise your right leg. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Now this time, take the strap with you. Come into warrior one. So we're grounding the back heel. And drape the strap over your right shoulder. So hips are squared. We want lots of strap on the back. Float the left arm high, inhale. Bend the arm, hold on to the top of the strap. You can use your right hand just to take the left elbow up and back. Roll back the right shoulder and hold the strap further down. So we're keeping the arms straight for now. The feet are rooted. You feel the lift through the spine. Inhale, lift your left elbow up. And as you exhale, reach back with both hands. have a Loma breath while we're here, a 3-part breath where we've got this nice openness across the chest. Breathe in once, breathe in twice, 3rd breath in, and exhale. Now we'll shorten the stance a little, straighten that right leg, and now we're bending the right arm by walking the hand up the strap. Even if you do bind, let's not. Let's leave at least a handspan. You want to feel that you can pull on the strap with both hands for Parsvattanasana variation. So all 10 toes are tracking forwards, hips are squared. Inhale, lift the chest, lean back. And as you exhale, lower down to about hip level with the shoulders. So in the traditional version with prayer hands, we rest our nose or chin on the knee. Today we don't want to do that. We're bringing the right hip back, left hip forwards. Imagine you're balancing a cup of tea on your back and you don't want it to spill. You're looking down at that right foot as you pull on the straps. And then put a little bend in your right leg. Inhale as you lightly rise back up. We can move the strap aside. Exhale. Shift the weight into your right foot. Catch your left foot for stalk pose. Right arm overhead. Or dancer if you want to go into a bit more of a back bend. Bend your standing leg. Start to move your front ribs forwards and up. Lift your back knee up. Press back. And then on an exhalation, we're going to release the foot, step back, find your downward dog, and stretch out there. 4 breaths there. Or vinyasa if you take vinyasa. Into your second side now. Inhale, raise the left leg, big stretch. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, turn in and ground your back heel, take your strap with you. And rise up to warrior with the strap over your right shoulder. Perhaps over your left shoulder, I think would be easier. Over your left shoulder. Raise your right arm, inhale. Exhale, bend the arm and hold on to the top of the strap. Roll back the left shoulder. Hold the bottom of the strap. So for now, this left arm is straight. Inhale, lift your right elbow up. Exhale, press back with the hands. So if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk over a computer, this is completely the opposite. We're opening up shoulders, chest, hip flexors. Fill the body with breath. Take a deep breath in. And out. Now we'll shorten the stance, step the back foot in, straighten the leg. As we come into that Parsvattanasana, we're just bending the left arm, walking the hand up the strap a little bit higher, but definitely keeping space between the 2 hands. So your feet are equally weighted, hips are squared. As you pull on the strap, not too hard, but just enough to keep the shoulders moving apart. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. And on the exhalation, start to fold. So front spine stays long, shoulders come down to about hip level. Look down at your left foot. Right hip moves forward, left hip nudges back. So your neck is in line with your spine as you gaze down at that left foot. And then bend your left leg. Inhale as you slowly rise back up. Exhale, just move the strap to one side. We're shifting the weight forward into the left foot as you catch your right foot. Take the heel towards the buttock. Circle left thumb and index finger stalk pose. We're in this upright version. Or find the back bend of Nataradrasana, the dancer. Little bend in the standing leg. Front ribs move forwards and up. Back foot presses back. And then we'll release the foot and step back into down dog. Take your 4 breaths or take a vinyasa. I like to modify them. Coming into plank, down to the knees, down to the belly. Roll back the shoulders, press up to cobra. Exhale back to downward dog, and then come onto the knees. We're coming back down onto the belly, back into Sphinx. And I'm just going to take a little stretch for the front of the shoulders. So from your forearms, walk your left forearm about a handspan wider and a handspan further forward. So your elbow is a little higher than the shoulder, but you've still got your bent arm. Roll onto your left side, so onto your cheek. You've got your right big toe coming down behind your left ankle. Right fingertips come onto the mat. I'll show you on the other side. So they're just pushing the mat away while you press down through your left fingertips, your left elbow, your left shoulder. And then come back onto your belly, back into Sphinx, and then into the second side. Walk your right forearm right, a handspan forwards, look down so your elbow is higher than your shoulder, you've got room for your cheek as you come and roll onto your right side. Left fingertips to the mat, left big toe down behind your right foot. Just press down. And breathe, of course, breathe. And then when you're ready, come onto your belly. And, well, we're actually just going to roll back into Shavasana from here. So you've got your blanket from the beginning. You could cover up with it. You could turn it into a pillow. And you could either be in constructive rest pose, bent legs, feet, hip distance, knees together, palms to ceiling, or straighten out the legs, of course. So depending on how much time you've got left, you could stay here for a couple of minutes. You could turn the video off now. You can stay here for another 5-10 minutes or longer. But when you've finished, you feel you've rebounded from that, then slowly roll up and out. And I hope your shoulders are feeling so much better than they were 25 minutes ago. And we're going to close it now, finish it there. So thank you very much for joining me. If you would like to subscribe, do follow me, or you can just tip me and pay £1 or £2. If you go to the link below, to the Buy Me a Coffee link, that would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.